Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 29th Sedona Film Festival. This is Carol Kahn coming to you live from Yavapai College. And Yavapai College is one of our sponsors, along with Northern Arizona Healthcare, Golden Sign Gallery, BMO Banks, and the City of Sedona, along with our hoteliers, restaurateurs, our volunteers, and many, many, many sponsors. We'd like to thank you for your participation in this year's festival. And joining me now is Stephen, a filmmaker with your film title?
Bacon and Laces.
I love that title.
Thank you.
So, Stephen, tell us a little bit about your film.
Sure. It's a short documentary. It's mostly a character piece, so there's not really A to B storyline. And it's about a single dad of 3 kids, and father's name is John, and he's been blind his entire life. And in their attic is over 700 pairs of Nike shoes.
What?
Yeah. He's an avid collector with his son. His oldest son is named Tony, and they have the same size shoe. And so, yeah, they just collect shoes together, and it's really just this character piece on John and his kids and sort of how that family works. You know, them being 3 boys kind of having to take care of their dad, who literally has not been able to see his entire life.
So he doesn't know what kinds of shoes he has.
Exactly. Yeah, which is a little like, why are you so invested in these shoes? But what I got to learn is that because they have the same size shoe, it's really this kind of bonding moment for them. And John is so good with memorization, so he knows, I'll give him a shoe and he will feel it. He will know exactly what type of Jordan, it's all kind of like sneakers, right? So, what type of Jordan, what colors he has, the SKU number on the boxes. He has everything memorized.
It's kind of like a Rain Man with shoes.
A little bit, and yeah, and it's interesting because it really correlates to the rest of his life, where he works in this diner with his children, and he, that's how I met him. I just saw him kind of running around this diner, and I was like, is he blind? Like, because you can kind of tell, but he's really just moving through the space, and it's just from memorization. How many steps, or like where he needs to turn. Like, he has all this stuff down, and so that kind of translates into these sneakers as well.
Oh my gosh, and we do have a trailer of the film, so let's take a look at the trailer.
Great.
And we'll talk more.
Cool.
3.14159265389268046939 That's the first 100.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so first 100, what is he counting? Like,
Sure.
He's counting a lot, so what is he doing?
Yeah, so that's kind of our cold open for the film. Tony, and Tony's a bright kid. I don't want to give away everything, but he's a very bright kid, and in math class, he had to memorize the first 50 numbers of pi. And so John was like, I'll memorize the first 500. So he just rifles off, just randomly in the interview. I didn't even know. He always has these funny little surprises about him, and he just rifled off the first 100. So it's once again more about memorization for him.
So was it just a matter of like you sitting there going, because you're going in with one thing, with one idea and concept, and then all of a sudden, when somebody does something like that, it throws you off completely. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And my background, most recently, I'm mostly an editor in the documentary space and some commercial. And so when I met John, my producer, James Rodriguez, he's actually kind of a at the time was a sketch comedy writer, and I really enjoyed his stuff. And I was like, let's make something, write a script, tell me what the location's like, and let's figure it out. And it was based in a diner. So we walk into this diner just to scout for a different shoot. And I met John that way. And so the way you meet him in the film is exactly how we met him. Like, first it's just because we're at the diner. Then I'm like, is this guy blind? So we start to talk to him about that, and then I see his kids who are working, and his kid had a popped polo on that said Shoe Lord. So I was like, oh, so you like shoes? And then they tell me about the shoes, and then he starts telling me he used to be a stand-up comedy person. Like he used to like do stand-up, and he used to be a phone hacker when he was a kid. Like he just has so many layers. And so just literally just one of them was, oh yeah, I can recite pi if you want me to do that too. And so me being in the doc world, I understand like doc has a lot of kind of pivoting to do. So does narrative, but you really don't know where the story might take you. Because for this particular doc, I'm not going out to cover an event or something that has an end game to it. I just really like the kids, and I really like John. And so we just followed them until we felt like we had a story to tell, and it was a finished piece.
How long did that take?
We started filming in 2016, and we followed them for maybe like 2 or 2.5 years. And it wasn't like we were going, it's in Jersey, and I'm based in Brooklyn, and a lot of us New Yorkers don't have cars. I do now because of COVID. But before, we would have to source cars and get over there and film with him when we could. So it was very on and off for 2.5 years. And then we sat with the footage. We weren't sure what to do with it, which is the case sometimes for doc filmmakers. And then because I'm an editor and I wanted to save some cash and I wanted to be really close to me, I cut the film, but I wanted some time apart from it. So it took maybe, I mean, if we started 2016, we really wrapped it up, like finished, ready to go, like beginning of 2021, I believe, somewhere in there. So it took some time, but also, you know, it's a labor of love. So it is something I'm not working on every day because it's self-funded and all of that. So it took some time.
And where in Jersey was he?
I always get this wrong, and someone in the audience always corrects me, but when he would call us on his cell phone, I think it said Hackensack, New Jersey, but I think the diner, it's Bendick's Diner, it's still there. John still works there. Go if you want to. It's a great time, and the club sandwiches are great. But yeah, I think it's around Hackensack, New Jersey, I believe.
Well,
Sorry if
that's
I'm
not far
wrong.
from. No, Hackensack is correct,
Okay.
and that's where I grew up near.
Oh,
Hackensack,
no way.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I grew up in Bergen
Have you
County,
been to
so-
Bendick's?
You know what? It's been such a long
It's
time.
been such a long time, yeah.
It just depends
And
how
there's-
long it's been there.
There's a couple diners in Jersey.
Yes,
so,
there is,
yeah.
and there's some on the highway. So
Yes.
famous ones.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that they got you out of New York and into New Jersey to actually do this. So
Yeah, because I used to be kind of a sneakerhead, and then at some point I was like, I'm gonna start putting that money into film and not shoes. So I gravitated to them for that, but also John kind of reminded me of my dad, because my dad was very kind of sarcastic, dry humor, and he was from Jersey as well, Perth Amboy. So yeah, just so many elements made me want to go back to John and ask him if he just wanted to be a part of something. You know, we weren't sure what we were doing yet. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for bringing your film. And where can
Absolutely.
people watch your film?
So it got acquired by the New Yorker, so it is online. If you just literally Google Bacon and Laces New Yorker, it'll pop up either like something that they actually like a publication of theirs, or I think it's also on their YouTube channel.
Okay, and then filming here at the film festival. When is it showing?
Oh,
The most
so
important
it was
part.
on. I know it was on. Sorry, I got confused just because actually we already screened. We screened on Monday and we screened on Wednesday yesterday.
Okay, awesome.
So our run here is done, and it was wonderful. The audiences were great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was so nice to meet you, Stephen. Thank you so much for being here with us and at the film festival.
Absolutely.
And hope we're treating you right.
Oh, it's great here. I was on a road trip when COVID hit in 2020, and I kind of got stuck in the Southwest. And that was my first time in Sedona for a couple days. And right when this film got done, this was one of the first places I submitted to because I really wanted to come back.
Oh, good. Well, I'm so glad you're back then
Absolutely,
and enjoying
yeah,
it.
it's great.
Good, good. Well, we'll see you during the film festival, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And don't forget, we are on Facebook Live, so follow us there. Also, hashtag SIFF23 and the Sedona Film Fest 23. We'll be back with more from the Sedona Film Fest after this. Thank you.